Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a horror movie review and I'll be having a look at the movie Night of the Living Dead Re-Animation. Now don't be fooled by the title, this isn't actually a remake of the Night of the Living Dead movie and it's nothing really to do with that series whatsoever. It has a few name drops here and there but that's about it. Now this movie actually stars Andrew Divoff, who you may know from the Wishmaster series, and Jeffrey Combs from the Re-Animator series, which makes me wonder why that's what they've called it, Re-Animation. And basically it's a very, very small scale zombie movie, and the story is that Andrew Divoff and Jeffrey Combs are brothers who own or Andrew Divoff's character at least, owns a mortuary which he's inherited from his father. And through basically through the government kind of dumping some kind of toxic chemicals there, this creates obviously zombies and the living dead and the dead to rise. And for some reason, Andrew Divoff decides to basically store these kind of zombies in this room and kind of doesn't really know what to do with them. And ultimately, there's a whole bunch of supporting characters, the majority of which are kind of employees at this kind of mortuary, who end up sort of getting involved. And Jeffrey Combs, basically kind of long lost brother, sort of turns up and then sort of gets sucked into it as well. So the story is very small scale. It doesn't really go anywhere, which is going to be one of the criticisms I have about this movie, is that the actual plot is so slight to this film. It's really just a sort of a setup to get some zombies sort of on the screen, really. There's no real story to it, because there's not actually a lot that happens apart from a bunch of zombies break loose and they're not killing people. And the kind of the trappings of this sort of family dynamic and stuff, it really doesn't go anywhere. So that's the main negative thing I have to say of this movie. It does have some kind of... It's a mixture, because I think some of the zombie effects in this movie are actually pretty good. Practical makeup effects, and it's relatively gory. You know, and I quite enjoyed it. I have to say I thought some of the effects were okay. But on the flip side of that, they do use a lot of kind of like green screen and kind of CGI enhancements and stuff like that as well, which fairly stand out as well. So it's a bit of a mixed bag in regards to the sort of technical side of it. I have to say the film was probably more competently made than the majority of low-budget sort of zombie films, but even so, it doesn't make it a very interesting movie, which is the thing, and it just comes across as a little bit dull. Even kind of Jeffrey Combs, who is quite a charismatic, almost Bruce Campbell-esque actor in this sort of horror genre, doesn't really seem to be on fire here, and he kind of just gives a run-of-the-mill sort of performance. Really, it's not all that memorable. Some of the supporting cast are kind of interesting, but you don't really sort of get to know them that well. And there's some pretty women in it, I will say that. So overall, it was a little bit of a lackluster zombie film. I'd probably say it's just probably slightly below average for me. I'm going to go 4.5 out of 10. What did you think of it? Leave me a comment. I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.